What up, what up? Hope everyone's doing well today. Just setting up the live stream real quick, so appreciate anyone getting here early for bearing with me. Just need to get the thumbnail fixed, get some other things going, but appreciate you guys all being here. Taylor, good to see you. Silver Days, 626. Guys, obviously, we got some really good inflation numbers earlier today, which was nice because that's something we've been hammering for a while. Dave Nelson, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Let me just finish setting up this stream real quick. Normally I do this beforehand, but of course I forgot today. Shocker, good May CPI data. Yeah, Taylor, this is what we've been hammering, right? And the market is responding big. So it's nice confirmation, right? That the things we've been talking about on these live streams and on the channel really are significant. I think a lot of people just aren't focusing enough on the macro, and not that many people really find that stuff interesting. I find it extremely interesting, but I also find it very important. Just getting this thumbnail situation fixed real quick. When I'll jump into the chat in one momento. Un momento. All right, I think we're good. Harlan, good to see you. Mark, you have the NASA. I read that as nasal. That's funny. I was like, oh boy, what's it? Just like a big picture of my nose. Sunday Slide, good to see you. Steve Marshall, the Endurance. That's why you buy blood. I completely agree, Taylor. I completely agree. Gotta buy blood. Gotta buy blood. Let's see what else we got. Mark, that's funny. Linda, good to see you. Yeah, we'll take a look at the market, guys. If you're getting here early, make sure to drop that like on the channel. Really appreciate that. We'll talk about why the market's recovering right now, but I wanted to start off with a little zoom out. We talked about yesterday how we ultimately believed XRP was just going to get pulled back within this symmetrical triangle, and it's in the process of doing that. So it's kind of retesting right now. We want to see XRP just get pulled right back up in here, and we're back on track. And it's one of those things, right? I try to point out to people, right? These lines aren't gospel. We'll have wakes and short periods of time where we go below them, but it's really important that eventually, over the longer time frames, we get back within it. Tin2 Tout XRP says, I know when I see all the blood, I feel like a vampire. That's funny. Mary Cox, we're just getting started, so good to see you. Trump wants to buy all Bitcoin. I didn't see that. I saw he's being very, very pro Bitcoin, which is certainly great. The great infallible line. It's insane. It's insane. Ed, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Always love having you here. You know that. Yeah, we got some really good CPI data this morning that should have gave the dollar a decent hit. But just want to see XRP get pulled right above this level, and we'll be looking really good. Trump meeting with miners yesterday. I did see that. It's crazy, right? Because it's like the Biden administration just came out on a warpath against crypto, and now it's like just becoming the obvious choice, right, to go counter that and be pro crypto. So I think it's going to be a big mistake by the Biden administration, and Trump's capitalizing in a big way. Guys, make sure you go like the stream. Super, super, super helpful. It's going to get more people in here. Oh, Zach had a video on Trump wanting to buy all Bitcoin. Interesting. Loaded up on miner calls for early 2025. Interesting, Taylor. Love to hear that call, man. Am I live streaming the Fed meeting? Is that today? Is that today? I didn't plan on it, but let me see what time that lines up. Let's see. Does anyone have the time on that? What time's the Fed meeting? 11 Eastern? Oh, 2 hours. Probably not, but we'll see. Let me check my calendar quick. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be busy, so no, probably not gonna stream that. Ultimately, guys, I don't think there's gonna be much to stream. I think they're gonna remain unchanged. So we'll see how that goes. I think they're gonna remain unchanged. Yeah, David and BG on Apex stage was fire. I actually just uploaded it to my channel as well. So if any of you guys haven't seen the interview with Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz together on stage, make sure to check that out. It was phenomenal, and I posted it on my channel just so everyone could see it. Normally, I don't post interviews on my channel, but that's one of those where I just wanted to make sure like everyone saw it. It's like an interview you cannot miss. See what else we got. Check out the news real quick. Obviously, we got real USD, the stable coin. I think it's cool that Ripple's kind of positioning the name of it as real USD as well as Ripple USD. I kind of like the double name thing. I think that's kind of cool. Let's see. Great. What were you watching? Um. Oh, the interview. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Defin, good to see you. Uh. Yeah, this is really cool. So, it looks like the EVM sidechain is now going to be using Axelar to do the bridge, which is really, really cool because obviously, Axelar getting more and more integrated as that bridging protocol is very exciting. Sorry to anyone I pissed. I deleted post regarding the Forbes article on XRP. We just don't got. Yeah, no. Look, Forbes is always going to be putting out things by people who are Bitcoin maxis to be anti-XRP. So just understand a lot of it's just nothing more than FUD. As much as I would like to get into it every single time Forbes publishes a FUD article, it's just normally a waste of time. Like most of it is normally like made up facts. But if anyone has anything particular from those articles they want me to address, I'm more than happy to do it. XRP trending down in a bull run is not great. Appreciate the donation, but I'd love to give you some more context on this. Right, this is one of my favorite things to show people, especially when it comes to the shorter time frames and the downtrend on XRP. Let me show you exactly what I'm seeing, and maybe I can convince you that it's not as big as a deal as some people might think. If we take a look at what happened to XRP from 2014 to 2017, we can see that XRP was essentially in the same kind of downtrend, right? XRP was just going down and down and down. And at the same exact time, what was happening to something like Bitcoin was that let me see if I can add Bitcoin to the chart. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'll get this. Normally, this goes pretty seamlessly. It might be because I'm on the logarithmic chart. So let me try taking off the log chart and then coming and adding BTC, Bitstamp USD. Okay, there we go. So this is a great example of that same exact thing happening. And I always try to show people this. Look, XRP was in a downtrend from 2013 to 2017, all while Bitcoin was going parabolic. Bitcoin was actually up 1,000% against XRP. But then in the short time frame of just a couple of weeks, XRP caught up and surpassed Bitcoin's price performance. So this is the best example I can give people that past price performance is not indicative of future results. What we see right here is it easily caught up instantaneously in a flash, and suddenly this no longer is kind of a sticking point. So just want to bring that to people's attention, because obviously this is something that a lot of people bring up, and I think it's so important that people realize, right, there's actually not that much historical precedence to XRP trading sideways or down, ultimately meaning it's not going to perform. In fact, what we see is typically Bitcoin going up is just an indicator that XRP's big move is right around the corner. So just think it's really important that people see this and understand that just because XRP is traded sideways doesn't mean it will continue to do so. And I want to like really hammer on this because it's so important. Also, guys, if you're over on YouTube, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Let's see what we got right now. Only 53 likes. Let's get it past 100. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. What do you mean XRP? What do you mean XRP back? Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe I misspoke. I probably misspoke. Crypto Bob says, hey, Mickle, great interview a few days with Quincy. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. It was super cool getting to talk to Quincy. Says 56 on my end. 56 what? Aloha. Good to see you. Good to see you. Envy. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, a lot of these different crypto media sources just want to FUD Ripple and XRP because they're falling behind. So, you know, they see XRP as having a massive lead. They see them not holding XRP, and they feel like the best thing they can do to try to slow down XRP is just to essentially make it so that their bags ultimately aren't affected. Ether says, I've been purchasing my crypto paired with USD, i.e. XRP to USD. If the dollar collapses, will the impact to the cryptos be paired with USD? Thoughts? You can't really escape this. So this is an interesting question. I've been purchasing my crypto paired with USD, i.e. XRP to USD. If the dollar collapses, what will be the impact of the cryptos paired to USD? Well, once you buy that's just a currency conversion. So you're converting USD to XRP. But once you have that XRP, it's just XRP. So you could reconvert that out of another currency if you wanted. If the dollar goes down or the dollar collapses, then that would be good for pretty much all assets, because all assets are really moved by the dollar. But it's not specifically because your XRP is paired against the dollar. It's just because if the dollar collapses, all currencies are probably going to go down with it. And that's likely going to lead to an asset appreciation or a price appreciation of the assets you hold. Your XRP, once you buy it with dollars, is just XRP. It's not paired against dollars for the rest of the time you hold it. So when you go cash out, it just depends on what currency you cash out on. So XRP to USD means you bought XRP in exchange for USD. And then if you say exchange that back out for, say, peso, it would be XRP to the peso, and the conversion rate would be XRP to peso. So no, it doesn't infinitely stay in your wallet as XRP against USD. It's just XRP. So I hope that clears it up. I hope that clears things up. Why is everyone giving up on XRP? Because XRP hasn't really moved yet in this bull run. That's the reason, right? Like a lot of people, they have emotion that's based on a lot of people have emotion that's based on the current price performance, and they just have a hard time seeing how future price performance can be different than past. So a lot of people, I think, it's just FOMO. They're watching these other things go, and they want XRP to catch up. So I'm fairly confident, though, XRP will be able to catch up in a big way. Um, oh, awesome. Great to have you, Crypto Bob. Appreciate the kind words. Oh, got it. Got it. Got it. Where can people invest in Ripple without being an accredited investor? For sure, for sure, for sure. And I understand a lot of people are kind of interested in this. If you go to X, and just go to my profile is at XRP Mickle, then you can sign up for the mastermind group by Beyond Broke. And this will allow you to invest in Ripple without being an accredited investor. So, very interesting opportunity here. I will say there is a monthly fee for being part of this group. You're not going to want to invest with them for Ripple pre-IPO shares unless you plan on staying in the group for a while, because obviously Ripple's not going to IPO in the immediate term, and you don't want to get involved with Ripple pre-IPO and then instantly leave the group, because it's going to be tough to actually get those shares converted into your brokerage. So you can join the group and get access to Ripple pre-IPO. Just understand, right, that you need to be ready to pay for the subscription to the group probably until you actually get those shares. But there's a lot of value in this group, so I think it's kind of a win-win for people. But this is how you can get access to Ripple shares without being accredited. And also, if you do code Mickle 1 month, Mickle 1MO, you can get your first month free. So you can come over to the mastermind group, see if you like it, see if you'd stick around regardless, and then take advantage of the benefit of getting those cheap shares. Thank you so much, Roger. Appreciate that so much. Let me see what Mary Cox said. Da, ba, da, da, da. Roger, I really appreciate that, man. Um, oh, Mary Cox, you have a new fan in my best friend Chris. Great to have you, Chris. I don't know if you're watching, but appreciate you sending some people my way, Mary Cox. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really appreciate that. 235 in the chat and only 83 likes. Let's see if we can get up there. Well, hopefully I'll get to meet a lot of you guys in the future. Look, I mean, ultimately, me and Jake's goal is just to help bring you guys on the same level as some of the largest institutions out there. And we're doing whatever we can to try to make that happen. So really appreciate you guys. No updates on the Ripple SEC case. No, we're just waiting for it to close out. Judge Torres' decision should be fairly soon, hopefully sometime in the middle of the summer, if not late summer, but we'll just have to see when that happens. I know this is kind of counter to a lot of people's opinion. One sec. I know this is counter a lot of people's opinion, but I actually kind of hope the case takes a little bit longer to resolve. I know some people are going to think I'm crazy for saying that, but I'll share with you why I hope the case actually just takes maybe a little bit longer. So we know Gary Gensler is likely going to be out of the SEC around here, December of 2024. And we know the case is probably going to end somewhere around here in August. If we can push this decision back a little closer to when Gary Gensler is leaving, he's not going to have time to appeal the case. And then the case is going to end. And essentially, we're going to be done forever. XRP won't be a security. So a little bit of me, as much as I fully want this case to be dead, gone, over, killed, there is a little bit of me that thinks, hey, maybe if it's better if it takes a little longer. Uh, sorry, catching up. Do you think there's a small chance that the Fed does a surprise rate cut today? No, the Fed doesn't really have any desire or need to surprise with a rate cut. And the reason for that is like they're better off just waiting for the market to predict the rate cut's going to happen. The market's going to essentially lead the Fed. So the market eventually is going to be pricing in a 100% chance of rate cut, and they're just going to rate cut then. They want to keep rates as high as possible to get rid of inflation. So there's just really no point in them beating the market to the rate cut. They would rather have the market think there's going to be a rate cut and then do the rate cut rather than surprising the market. So I don't think there's any chance there's going to be a rate cut today. I think in the fall, there's a really good chance we ultimately get that. Yo, Mickle, do I need to set up a new LLC in Wyoming if I already have one outside of Wyoming? Well, you're going to want to set up your LLC specifically for a digital asset holding company. You don't want to just throw it in a random LLC. So you want to make sure that it's set up appropriately. There should be sound. I don't see anyone else saying there's no sound. So, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to want to have a separate LLC for your digital assets. You're not going to want to mix those things. So I would make sure that you have that separated out. Before Torres' decision, must decide on striking the expert witness from NetBurn. Yeah, no, I agree. Yep. You're right. No, you're good. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, the good news is overwhelming. It's exciting too. Hopefully we get some new cool, exciting announcements at Apex as well. It's so fun getting to hear like this new stuff coming, and just the amount of excitement for the XRP ledger is obviously awesome. The amount of developers we're seeing at this conference is incredible. Someone asked me if I think it meant anything that Brad Garlinghouse was wearing an XRP moon shirt. No, I think he's just wearing it for fun. So we'll see. I know I missed some messages that were good questions. So if I missed your question, just don't feel bad repeating it. It's hard to keep up on every question out there. So do you think Ripple abandons XRP? No, I don't think Ripple abandons XRP in any circumstance. Also, good to remember, appeals can be dismissed if the trial ends up in Ripple's favor. Awesome. Yeah, no, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know. Yeah, Apple's connections to Ripple are fascinating. And honestly, I didn't even know about those documents either, but they were tweeted out by some very reputable sources like Bank XRP back in the day. So I'm just surprised that went so under the radar. Taylor says, I have a weird feeling we are going to have a quicker than expected final judgment ruling. Absolutely no reason why, just a feeling. Yeah, that would be cool. I kind of hope for a little bit of a longer one, but we'll see. I don't remember Landon, honestly. I wouldn't think too much of it, to be honest. I think she's going to get the decision out whenever she's ready, and someone was right. We are waiting on Judge Netburn to clean up some filing in terms of an expert witness. To me, it probably means nothing, but yeah, I don't think, I think Judge Torres probably has most of her decisions ready. Any fave XRP projects, XXC, XP Market, other updates since you first seen them? I know, well, I wouldn't really consider XXC an XRP project. The XX network is kind of its own thing. They just have a derivative trading on the XRP ledger. But that's probably one of my favorite projects on the XRP ledger, just because obviously that's a very, very cool project in general with privacy. And I really don't have any other privacy tokens. XP Market I like a lot. It seems like that Magnet, what is that big one that's popping off recently? I like Reaper Financial a lot. That's one I like a lot. Huge shout out to those guys. This one right here, Mag. This one seems to be very interesting. And there's a lot of other smaller projects popping up now that I like as well. So, um, to me personally, I don't at the moment focus too hard on investing in some of these smaller projects as much as I'm really excited for them. I just want them to have a little more oomph behind them before I really get in. So I'm kind of watching optimistically at the moment. I'm kind of watching how some of them blaze the trail and then hopefully getting into them pretty big once we kind of already have that price appreciation for XRP. I'd rather just focus on XRP itself right now. And then as we kind of get more momentum in the smaller XRP ledger projects, slowly moving my way in that way, rather than essentially buying some of the smaller players when I could just be purchasing XRP. But we'll have to see exactly how that ends up playing out. Obviously, there has been gains on some of these smaller players that can't be ignored. I just really focus on the blue chips right now, which is XRP. But that's not to say there's not going to be some great projects, Ed. I think there's going to be some really cool projects around the corner and some very, very good opportunities. But, you know, it's going to be kind of cool because, look, as I kind of see it, I focus on XRP, right, which is going to be the predominant currency in this entire ecosystem. And then you become an XRP whale in terms of value. And then you essentially become your own VC where you can move into some of these smaller projects and get an allocation to some of these new projects with a lot of value you have from your XRP holding. So kind of distributing it out that way, which is a cool way I like to think about it, rather than distributing the smaller projects now and wasting resources you could allocate to XRP, allocating to XRP, waiting for that to go, and then using that value to allocate to the smaller projects. I think it's so important to understand that, like, in terms of the XRP ledger ecosystem, it is so new that, you know, I don't know if it's worth necessarily thinking you're going to be late or miss out on any of these things. It's early to XRP in general, right? Like, you're early to XRP and crypto and everything there, let alone a small project being built on the XRP ledger. This is Mary's friend Chris, new fan, big BTC fan. Why are you hoping for a slow decision by the judge? Oh, awesome. Well, great to have you here, Chris. And it's awesome to get new people watching the channel. The reason why I'm hoping for a slow decision by the judge is just because I think there's a relatively low chance that the Ripple SEC case will be appealed by the SEC if Gary Gensler is no longer at the SEC. Gary Gensler is the current chair of the SEC. He's been very negative on the cryptocurrency industry and has really done whatever he could do to stifle the industry. So if we actually get a situation where Gary Gensler is gone from the SEC when this case ends, I believe it severely increases the chances that this case won't be appealed. So I don't think that has to happen for the case not to be appealed. I just think it's something that not a lot of people are thinking about, right? Most people want the case to end as soon as possible, but if the case does end pretty soon, then Gary Gensler is going to have a lot of time to review the facts and see whether or not he's going to want to ultimately appeal the case to the Second Circuit. If this case ends after Gary Gensler's gone or right when he's about to leave, he might not have the chance to actually make that determination. So those are my thoughts around that. Mary, sorry, so many people holding from years ago just wanting to get out. Yeah, no, it's sad. There's going to be so much sell pressure between $1 to $3. Getting to all-time highs is going to be huge. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be as much sell pressure as you think, Taylor, because a lot of that sell pressure is going to be retail and not institutions, I think. So we'll see how it plays out. I think there's going to be a lot less sell pressure than many people think. And it's because a lot of that sell pressure is going to be provided by retail. And once XRP gets to that new all-time high, I think a lot of that institutional load is going to be gone. But I do generally agree with you. Justice delayed is justice denied. No way around it. Yeah, I agree. But if the justice that's coming early is just followed by more delay via another court case or an appeal, and the other option is just to wait 2 more months and not get the appeal, then maybe that's justice sooner. So just something to think about. Obviously, I have no say on whether this thing ends early or not. I'm just saying that there is an interesting argument that maybe it's good if it takes a little longer. Yeah, I'm under the impression that institutions are really the ones who move this market. So it's all going to depend on where the institutions are ready to let it go. Exactly, Taylor. Exactly. I could not say it better myself. If it's a situation like we think and there's big announcements dropping after the lawsuit, those institutions will scoop up retail blood. Exactly, Taylor. So those institutions are going to know that there's going to be a lot of people liquidating near all-time highs, and I think they're going to scoop it up. XRP John Wayne, thank you so much for the donation, man. Really appreciate that. Really do. Ethan says the appeal needs to be filed within 40 days. I'm not sure. I thought it was 30 days, but it seems like somewhere around there. Why does Ran at XRP hate? Why does Ran at Crypto Banner hate XRP so much? All of staff's channels bash it. Is it because he's shorting it and has been for years? Interesting. Well, like I mean this in the nicest way possible, but Rand's a moron. Like he's just not a smart guy. I just don't think he really understands crypto. Like the only thing Rand really understands is like line go up, and like he gets excited about just things that I don't believe are long-term applications of crypto. Like he's just someone who doesn't focus on the same things we focus on. So it seems like for Rand, if you're a coin or a project looking to actually do something important in the world and really transform the financial system, like Rand doesn't wrap his head around that. Rand wraps his head around like, hey, is this thing so dumb that it might possibly pump? So I don't know. Hold on, guys, 1 second. All right, we Gucci. Mickle, the interview with Brad and David was nice, but was so scripted. Oh, well, they obviously have to script stuff, guys. Look, it will be a lot less scripted once the Ripple SEC case is over. They need to be ultra conservative right now, and they're already being a lot more progressive, than they were when the case first dropped. So, you know, they just have to be careful with the Ripple SEC case going on. Why can't I donate 589 still YouTube? Yeah, YouTube's weird, but Taco Pro, I really appreciate it. And Kristen Holyfield, how long should it take for the judge to make a ruling? Shouldn't we have heard something by now? No, we're still waiting on some light little tiny things to get cleaned up. I'll show you what we're waiting on right now and then show you where I think it's going to land. So Judge Netburn has to decide whether or not a certain expert is going to be allowed to make some kind of declaration. I don't know. To me, it just seems all like trivial compared to the long-term scope of where we're at. It seems like most of the important stuff is done and Judge Torres already makes her decision, but Judge Netburn has to do an administrative thing. And then we're just waiting for her to ultimately make the final decision, which we're assuming is going to happen late summer, early fall. That's always been my prediction. If you've been following the channel, late summer, early fall, something right about here. So we'll see. But that's when we think it's going to end. And no, we're not overdue on any kind of announcement out of her. We're just waiting for that to take place. Darren Naples, what up? What up? Good to see you. TK, what up? What up? Good to see everyone here. You guys are awesome. Yeah, no, everything's looking nice today. We didn't get to cover the dollar yet, so we'll get into that right now. Also, guys, I'm going to move this over real quick just because I'm missing a lot of questions from members. So I'm going to move this over to member-only live stream for a bit just so I can get more questions from the members in. I always want to make sure I give priority to those people supporting the channel and doing everything they can to keep this thing sustainable. It really, really does mean a lot. So I'm just going to switch this over to members only for a bit. And that way I can really focus on some of those questions. It's just too many are flying by. And by the time I answer one thing, which is normally way too long-winded, I already missed like 3 questions. So huge shout out to the members, and I appreciate you guys so much. Let's take a look at the US dollar. Go over trading view. Oh, yeah, good. Okay, so US dollar seems semi-weak. Not as weak as I thought it was going to be, but I guarantee you it's probably going to go get hit big when Powell talks later today. I think Powell has an opportunity to really send this thing downward. Oh, maybe it's just, because I'm on the month chart. Let me take a look at the day. Oh, yeah, it got clobbered on the day. That looks more right. Yeah, because I was looking at the month chart. Yeah, it got clobbered today. Absolutely clobbered. And I think it's going to get hit really hard if Powell ultimately comes out later today, dovish, which I think he's going to. Look, Powell was extremely dovish on much worse reports than this. This report was very good in terms of CPI. I have a feeling he's going to come out in a very, very dovish stance. And we can even take a look at CPI data also, which would be interesting to take a look at. I'm going to pull up a new chart for this. But guys, things are looking really good. I think I was one of the few people calling for rate hikes to stop around 5% and then ultimately for the Federal Reserve to start cutting at the back end of this year. And it looks like that's really kind of playing out perfectly. We'll call it a little lucky there. Things have fell right into place, but I see rate cuts happening at the end of the year and think things looking really, really good for ultimately a very bullish cryptocurrency market. So let me see if this data is in yet. May. Okay, so we don't have the June data on this chart yet. Does someone mind helping me out where inflation came in today? CPI year over year data. Does anyone have that? Because this is what we're looking at right now. We're missing the June point, and I think the June point was. Oh, wait, no, this is accurate because this should have been the, okay. Okay, yeah. So we're getting that acceleration downward still. Let me just double check this and make sure this is accurate. 3.3. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So this was the May report. Yeah. May and June. Okay, cool. Yep. So obviously what we're looking for is for this just to continue to put pressure to the downside. And we kind of got off the fear, right, that this up in this zone right here was going to be that reacceleration upwards, but we want confirmation that we're moving downward. And to me, it looks really, really good. We are very close to the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. And this is what I like to really hammer on the channel. Guys, take a look at this chart zoomed out. Like, we are within the Federal Reserve's target. Like, we're not at the 2% target, but we're within the historical 100-year average for inflation sits. Now, I am not saying that things in your daily life aren't ridiculously expensive and that things weren't messed up beforehand. But when you come down to looking at policy for how the Federal Reserve reacts and how markets react, we're actually sitting in a very good place right now. Good question, Darren. Sorry, let me go back and make sure I haven't missed anything good. So September could be when we get the rate cuts. September could be when we get the rate cuts, flavor.com. Also appreciate everyone hitting the like on the YouTube side, guys. Really, really helpful in getting new people in the chat. You guys are absolutely incredible. And thank you so much, you do, for making all this happen. So thank you. Sitting right above the 200 EMA. Taylor, what is that the dollar? Is that the dollar sitting above that level? I'll pull that up. I'll pull that up if that's what you were talking about. Flavor.com says boohoo, members only, but he thought he meant to type woohoo. Yeah, DXY. Okay, cool. Do I think most XRP has been allocated already? That's a good question. That's a good question, Roger. I think a lot of institutions are already allocated to XRP, but you know, it's things like Apple looking at this stuff in 2014 that really makes me think, um, yeah, they already know about this and they already have their buys and bids in place, but we'll see. We'll see. Just speculation, but obviously you saw 1,700 contracts. Like, right? Like, where did those contracts come from other than institutions wanting to purchase large portions of it? This freaking computer. Stop making noise. Oh wow. Darren, 18 member for 18 months. Man, that's before the live streams even started, I think. So thank you so much for that, brother. Really appreciate that. And eventually I'll be able to get to Taylor's question on the moving average if I stop getting so freaking distracted constantly. But man, Doran, thank you. Member for 18 months. Wow, that's incredible. And I'm almost positive that's before I started doing the live stream. So huge shout out. Huge shout out to you. That's incredible. Moving. Simple moving average. And then we can come up to the moving average. What time frame were you on, Taylor? Maybe the daily, probably. Oh, yep, the daily 200 moving average. Yep, sitting right above it. Actually, looks like we're breaking below on my chart, but I might have some slightly different indicators coming in. I might have some slightly different indicators set up. I'm using simple moving average, 200 close. And it looks like we're just breaking below it. Yeah, I need Cash to chart it for me and then just bring up Cash's chart. That would be nice. Oh, awesome. Doran, thank you so much, man. That's incredible. That's incredible. So just so you guys know, I actually had like the member system in before I even started doing live streams. And people like Doran, just to support the channel, were just members and just essentially just helping me do what I did on the back end. So I'm so appreciative of that, man. It's incredible the support you guys give me. And it gets me so motivated to come here each and every day and just provide you guys my time and resources to try to help. But that's really cool. And I really do appreciate that. Taking a look at the market right now, everything just looks really good. And guys, I cannot imagine. Doran, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. That's incredible. That's incredible. Thank you. You guys are the best, and I can't say how much I appreciate that. It really does help me out so much, and yeah, it's incredible. Thank you. Mick, what's with the tokenization of gold and silver on the XRP ledger? Each share is supposed to be a gram of gold and silver. Flavor, is that a specific project you're watching? Let me know if that's a specific project you're talking about. But oh, you guys, thank you guys so much for throwing out all that support for Doran. I love the aloha too. I love the aloha. That's awesome. That's awesome. Incredible. We got to 150 likes. Brian, thanks for shouting that out. Meld gold. All right, let me take a look at that. Meld gold. Cool. So I would like to see some kind of, do they have audits? Oh, live audit. Cool. Very cool. No, yeah, this is sick. Yeah, this is sick. I love the live audit. Live audit's cool. So obviously what I would want to make sure is this live audit is legit and there's no funny business going on here. Not that I think there is at all. It's just that if I'm going to be talking in a project here, right, I need to make sure I give you guys what I think is important. But as long as the audit's legit, right, then this is awesome. This is a great way to get some access to gold and silver. You got to make sure you're bullish on gold and silver. Not that I'm not bullish on gold and silver. It's just not personally where I like to invest the most of my money. Murdoch, good to see you, man. Murdoch, great to have you, brother. Haven't seen you. Great to have you here. Always love having you down here. Oh, awesome, Murdoch. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, no, looks like a really cool project, flavor.com. I don't know if I have anything, it's not really much to break down other than the fact that obviously you're getting access to gold, silver. It looks like platinum. Palladium. Cool. Yeah, I don't see anything specifically concerning here. I mean, it's just a new cool way to get some metal action. So very, very interesting. I want to take a look at the XRP automated market maker filling up, because those have been filling up pretty quickly. Oh, we can take a look at the validators too. It looks like the validators are switching over to 2.0 or 2.20. Looks like that's happening pretty rapidly, which is good. This is for a lot of very, very cool amendments. We can take a look at the amendments. Also, what a great site though, at XRP scan, guys. Make sure you have this in the back of your mind. So DID looks like it's gaining a lot of momentum. I think the X-Chain bridge is dead. I think we're no longer doing X-Chain bridge because they're using Axelar now. So I think X-Chain bridge is no longer happening. DID is still happening. And then price oracle is also interesting. So I think X-Chain bridge is dead though. So just want to put that out there. And then we can take a look at the automated market maker. Nice. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at this nice sustained amount of value flowing in. Look at this. Just XRP flowing into the automated market maker. This is really cool. I remember a couple months ago, everyone was saying, oh, the automated market is dead. No one's coming into it. Obviously, that could not be furthest from the truth. We're accumulating XRP very nicely. Now we have 6 million XRP locked in this thing. Just a week ago, we were at 4.7 million. So over 1 million XRP locked up in a very short amount of time. Very, very cool to see. And guys, I have a feeling we are just at the very, very early days of this thing really filling up in a big way. So obviously this is super exciting to see. And over the long term, right, I have a feeling we're going to really see this thing go to parabolic levels. And just think about what this alone will do for the price of XRP as it continues to really fill up and drive liquidity for the ledger. 159 likes on YouTube. Really appreciate everyone going out of their way to like the stream. I know it's like inconvenient and annoying to do sometimes, but it's super, super helpful in getting more attention on these things and just getting more people paying attention to XRP. The goal of all these live streams is just to help share our knowledge. So all of you guys who like the stream, you just increase the chance that another person who's not in XRP right now is going to see it. Scams will say it's weak. We don't even have super legit institutional pools yet. Yeah, scams will argue anything. But I think he's ultimately good for the community. I mean, Scams has made me a lot smarter, even though a lot of what he says is lies and FUD. He still made me a lot smarter and kind of pushed me to further understand these things. So, Ed said, a dumb question, is magnetic a competition to XRP market or XP market? There is no dumb questions here, Ed. You know that. So I'm gonna have to hit you. I'm gonna have to hit you for saying that. First of all, Ed, you're never a dumb question. Yeah, it is competition in one way or another, right? It's another way to purchase different. It's another link to the underlying XRP ledger technology. Overall, I think if you ask both of them, they would say that it's a very big market and there's room for both, and they're just going to drive each other to be stronger. Guys, I wanted to share this with you real quick. This is at the Quantum Summit. So here's me, David from Digital Outlook, Versan from Black Swan Capital, and then obviously Mel from XRP QFS. So very, very fun crowd right here. We had a blast all hanging out. And these guys are incredible. A huge shout out to Mel for putting on a fantastic conference. And then here's a video of me up there speaking, which was very fun. My first time speaking at one of these events. XRP 007, Rob Cunningham. I'm sure you guys know both of these people. And then Molly, Jimmy Valley, Ray Fuentes. This was so much fun. I have another great picture as well in here somewhere. Guys, this is I don't know if he's on the stream right now, but this is Stan. Him along with Roger were two people who are in this chat who are just absolutely incredible. They were some great people to meet down there. We had a blast. So this is us at one of the bars afterwards, just hanging out and getting to know each other. So much fun, man. I had a blast, and let me see if I can get some more in here. Yeah, here's another good here's a good picture of the panel I was on. So we had me right here, Rasan, David from Digital Outlook, and Molly moderating. It was fantastic. And do I have any more? No, that's all I got for now. But huge shout out to you, Stan, man. Had a blast getting to meet you and Roger as well. And guys, make sure to go give Juan a follow right here. Juan, JUANVOR. He's posting all these pictures of the conference himself, and he produces some really high quality pictures. So massive shout out to him. It's because of him I get to go back and look at this cool recap of all the people we got to meet. So thank you so much, Linda. Nickel is way bigger than you think. That's funny. That's funny you say that. Oh, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the pictures. Just wanted to take you through the event real quick. But no, it was a blast. I had so much fun. So much fun. And yeah, these guys are all incredible, man. It's so cool getting to go to some of these things, just meet people. Stan the man. Yeah, Stan was killer. Roger, pretty soon we'll get hopefully Juan will post a picture up here. So with your consent, I'll throw the picture of me and you up there as well once Juan posts it on X. And we can definitely share that. As long as you want it, though. I know some people don't ever want their identity out there, right? I don't want to be sharing anyone's identity if they don't want it. But most of these people are doxxed already, right? So everyone knows about them. And yeah, just a ton of fun. Just a ton of fun. Oh, Darren, thank you. Thank you. You guys are incredible. You guys are absolutely incredible. And it's cool to kind of share stuff like that with you. Let's see what else we got. Bank of America says partial de-dollarization is here to stay. Just another thing we've been talking about on the channel for a while now. Just respond to that. XRP community was on this a while ago, right? Like we knew the dollar was being moved away from by a lot of institutions. So very interesting to see big banks now kind of getting on board with things we've been saying for a while now. Waiting for some new fun Apex news. Haven't seen much recently other than what happened this morning. But I'm keeping my eye out for that. Wow, Moscow's stock exchange halts trading on US dollars. Mikkel, any chance you can get Jake on a stream with you someday? Oh, we have to do more live streams in the future. Yeah, for sure. Me and Jake will do more in the future, man. We've just been so busy. It's like I go live during the day, Jake goes live later. Normally by the time Jake goes live, I'm literally falling asleep because I'm so tired or hanging out with my girlfriend. But we'll get more of those going for sure. Oh my God, this is so funny. I'm not even gonna get into this. I'm not even gonna get into this. There's certain things that'll just trigger me, and I don't want to rant against people on here, so I'll move off of that before I get myself into trouble. So, let's see what else we got. Bickle, oh yeah, for sure. We'll get on live streams with Jake more often. Where can we get the video of the panel if no Twitter? It should be released by Ray Fuentes. I think he recorded everything. So all of that should be released fairly soon. And yeah, I think I had a pretty good talk. It was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous. It was the first time I was speaking, but I think it went really well. Have you checked out Edo's post on BTC? No, is it recent? Let me see if I can pull it up. Which post? Get spicy, Vic? Nah, not today. Not today. Let's just say I think Ripple's been a very, very successful company. And anyone who thinks Ripple has failed, I don't think is properly paying attention. DAI had it on. If you see me scrolling through and see it, just let me know. I'm just not sure which one you're specifically talking about. If you tag me also on X, I can always go do it. See what's going on with the XRP price chart real quick. Still hanging out at those similar levels we were at this morning. I know, Mickle, you killed it. Stop being so humble. Oh, well, I don't know how much of a compliment that is, Roger. You're setting me at a pretty low bar, but I'm just messing with you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, I would hope so. I think I could probably do better than Biden, maybe with 15 drinks in me. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. Just scrolling through, seeing if I want to call out anything else. Before I ultimately wind this down. EVM smart contracts, 50 drinks. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know. Outspeaking Biden might be one of the easiest things I ever have to do. So, Rosie Rio's post, nothing of that much interest. Seems like Axeler and Ripple are becoming very big partners. So that's obviously very exciting to watch. Axeler's kind of ultimate integration with Ripple. So I'm going to keep my eye out on that for sure. And yeah, guys, it seems like I got through most of it. I'm not really seeing anything else that I was pressing to cover. Let me check the chat real quick. Super interested to see how GME plays out. Does Kitty keep rolling his calls? Expecting some M&A announcement soon. Are you expecting GME to get bought out? Or is that what you're saying, Taylor? I usually don't get involved in memes, but when it dropped to 23 the other day, I was able to snipe one call cheap enough for my taste. Interesting. Taylor, keep us updated, man. Keep us updated. I'm not a GME guy, but we'll take a look at it real quick. I'm not a GME guy myself, but I certainly like the saga and I like the story. It's interesting to me. Look at like these big liquidity gaps on it as well. It's crazy. This chart sucks. I must be looking at some tokenized GME. No, this is GME on the NASDAQ. Wow, what a weird looking chart. All right. What are you gonna do? Oh, it's because I'm on log. There we go. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it seems like it's got some footing, man. It does seem like it's got some footing. It kind of has this general base here. It seemed to recover based off that, maybe getting some more momentum. Man, this is something I would not want to get in the way of. Dow dropping from highs. Okay. Probably just people taking some profit prior to ultimately the Fed Reserve speaking. A lot of traders control the short-term movement in the market. So if they get a big bounce this morning, they see CPI data come in light, they all funnel into the market, get the profit based off the market appreciating, and then last minute, right? They move out of the purchases right before the decision to essentially capture all the reward without taking any risk of Jerome Powell coming out hawkish. So doesn't really surprise me. We'll probably see some selling off going into the meeting. And then I predict Jerome Powell is going to be dovish and ultimately the market's going to move higher. So that's how I see it playing out. Ripple will retire as Murdoch with DWB, of course. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that big time. It's ridiculous call in 25, 816. Oh, I hope it hits, Taylor, man. I hope it hits, man. You got me rooting for you here. But cool. Appreciate. Yeah, guys, if anyone else is like making moves as well, like we don't really do that often, but if anyone has any like other moves going on, like I'd love to hear about it, right? I'd love to hear about it. So don't ever feel like you're gonna get like judged or anything here. Like I love knowing what you guys are up to if anyone's making any moves, especially things like short-term calls and stuff like that. It's not really something I do much of just because I'm always focused on all this other stuff during the day. I don't have time to focus on what's the next call option. But I love to hear about it. So cool. Really appreciate you sharing that, Taylor. And we all got our fingers crossed for you. We hope that hits big. I do some calls. I play around with them on Robinhood sometimes just because Robinhood's easy to fractionalize them and just get some short-term stuff going. So I do some short-term calls on Robinhood sometimes. And Taylor, if you're ever looking to get a fractional call option, Robinhood has some good products there. Robinhood's going to be big, I think. Robinhood's going to be really big. Guys, I also want to go through and just quickly do a shout out to Pest Killers, XRP John Wayne, Pest Killers again, Taco Pro, Christian Holyfield, Doran again, and Vern Bell. Guys, thank you so much for becoming members and hanging out. Thank you. So you guys are very, very, very important to the channel, and I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at Coin real quick. Coin's got to be having a good day today, right? 17, 19 calls. What's the price on those, Taylor? What's the strike on those? Coin looks good, man. Coin looks good. Taylor, you better hope for a dovish Powell, man. You could be looking really good. A dovish Powell could send you on your way. You're gonna be looking very good. No, I know that's the expiration date. I'm wondering what the price is. What the strike price is. Oh, awesome. Mikkel, how come you don't have any Indian listeners? Maybe say India a bit too often or brain. That's so funny. Hopefully one day I'll be able to translate my streams into a whole bunch of different language and there'll be an appetite for that. I would love to get some people who don't speak English watching the stream. Link is up 9%. Let me take a look at Link real quick. Link was one of the first cryptocurrencies I've ever bought. Oh, yeah. Link's got a nice little pump on it right now. Wow. Awesome. Big fan of Link. It's a good project. I think it's a little bit boring, I think, in terms of a cryptocurrency project. Just like an infrastructure play, but still a great project nonetheless. Coin is pumping. I'm sweating them. That's funny. I think you're going to work out well. Well, I'm hoping Powell comes out extremely dovish and it falls right into your lap, Taylor. Wow. Oh, Taylor, you're getting a nice pump right now on coin, too. We're up to 261, baby. Yo, no, coin is a very good indicator for the, I mean, Link is a very good indicator for the market. You're up. Wow, this is looking really good for you, Taylor. Congrats, brother. Congrats. That's looking solid. Let's get that final push going. Let's get that final push going with some easing later today. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up for now. Really appreciate you guys coming. We were able to get into a lot of different stuff today. And even though things have been kind of slow from a price perspective point, it seems like everything's just getting ready to flow into the market in a really big way. I just have this feeling that everything's starting to get exciting again. The news is rolling back in. It seems like the market is getting excited now about low interest rates. So let's hope we can keep this momentum going and really, really get some exciting stuff in the near future. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to be back at it tomorrow. And for now, Mikkel out.